Hello, friends and enemies of the podcast. Welcome to the first recording of the Fellowship, UT Tyler's latest and newest student-produced podcast. Today, we have Ian. Say hello.
Hello.
We have JC.
Hi.
I'm Santiago. And we have Porter.
Hi.
And our first ever topic, will be trending topics by our very own Porter. What do you have for us today?
Hey guys. So mainly I'm just here to talk about things that are happening in October this month. First, we have the new season of American Horror Story starring Kim Kardashian called Delicate or whatever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's in it. It's
There's
crazy.
no way.
I watched the
Wait.
premiere. She actually wasn't even that bad.
But you did say that someone could play better.
Oh, absolutely.
There's-
Like literally
there's
anybody
no-
could play it better. But for
No
what it
reason
was,
Kim
she was pretty
Kardashian should have an acting role.
It feels like every TikToker goes into the music industry, and every other mainstream person goes into acting. They just can't keep it to
No,
themselves.
for real.
However,
So-
there was that show called the
Mhm.
Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like
Oh,
but I mean,
she
that's
has-
not- That's not acting. Sure, it's reality television, so none of it's actually real, but it's not a paid out performance that's, actually
What do you think
trying
she
to
got her
portray a
money
character. Ray J.
Uh,
from?
Wait, should I watch it?
I like. Did you watch the earlier seasons?
I've watched one episode, and it was that one where those kids go into the house and then they get murdered.
I watched the
ever
first two.
episode.
I've watched 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a lot, and I like how each season starts off with a new topic almost, but
Yeah.
they keep a consistent of actors. That's what I like about it because
It's like an anthology. I like that too.
I don't know what that word means.
It's means in a story, it's not one continuous story. It's each episode, each season, it's its own contained arc,
True.
which I like.
I like the witch season.
Oh, Coven was so good, honestly. And I like that in the newest season, Emma Roberts is coming back. She's the lead. It's her season, basically.
What is the new season's theme?
It's about this actress. She's trying to get pregnant, but then there's a bunch of other stuff going on where it's low-key, demonic almost. There's also some spider things going on. It's very
Oh
weird.
god.
Honestly, the atmosphere I like. A lot of the themes, at least in the first episode, are about motherhood, bodily autonomy for women during pregnancy,
Oh my gosh.
or their doctors don't believe them for their pain or whatever. Then also just stuff about stardom, the fame or whatever.
It's like Barbie, mortified.
Exactly, yeah, exactly how I describe it. It's true. It wasn't bad though. It doesn't feel like American Horror Story at all. It's lost that kind of the vibe.
Scariness.
Yeah, the
Do they still
vibe.
have the same intro though?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that intro that they have. It scares me every time. It's so.
Doesn't that mean it's a good intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes me super uncomfortable.
Is it
Doesn't
bad
that
as?
mean it's a good intro?
Yeah.
Is it bad as
Story.
Goosebumps though?
Huh?
Is it bad as Goosebumps though?
The Goosebumps one is a work of art.
That's terrifying. I'm absolutely
Oh, the
terrified.
Goosebumps one from the old TV show
dog,
with
the
the little
The dog
dog
with the
that,
eyes, and I'm
scared you.
Yeah, I
That
bite
was
my
crazy.
my fingernails and all that.
Did you ever watch Goosebumps?
A few episodes, but I don't think I remember the intro.
Ooh, it's kind of goes through each Goosebumps storyline, a one plot point within some of those storylines. And there's this one where there's this dog, and with really bad CGI, they turn its eyes yellow, and it's super funny.
It freaked me out when I was little.
Little
I was
Ian
like-
was like, "Oh my god,
The
I
dog,
can't
the
take
dog.
it."
So what else other than American Horror Story?
Other than that, there's not a lot other things going on TV except for Loki season 2 is dropping on Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
which for all the Marvel shows going on, I don't know how good it's gonna be, because I just have kind of lost faith in Marvel kind of lately.
Really?
I don't know. It's just that it feels a lot less focused, a lot less concise.
Well, it
Um,
is a lot less focused. They've got 8 projects coming out every year.
No, for real, please. Just cut
I've
it back.
never really been into Marvel or DC
You're
like
so
that.
different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So quirky.
Well, I dropped off after Infinity War
Mm-hmm.
because then I was like, it's kind of
I haven't
copy and
even
paste.
seen Infinity War.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched Endgame, but not the Infinity
How-
War.
Why?
Why
ruined
are
That,
you the way
ruins
you
it.
are?
Again, I haven't been into Marvel ever.
So-
I just think it's kind of boring.
Why did you watch it?
Yeah, why
Oh.
did you watch it?
Because I think I was going to the movies with my parents, and they were seeing this really boring movie, and I was like, I need something else to watch. So I went to this one, and I knew what happened to a lot of the characters when the snap thing happens, and I was like, I gotta watch that.
Fair enough.
Actually, Gideon.
He snapped them. He snapped them out.
That's why,
Um,
I think Marvel for me is just a super boring thing, especially Loki. I don't know where he fits in.
My
Yeah.
hero fan speaks.
He becomes
Uh,
a good guy, right?
Huh?
He becomes a good guy, right? That's what
Yeah.
Loki's
Yeah,
about.
in the comics, at least, they haven't made him fully good, but he's a part of the Young Avengers in the comics.
I
Oh.
heard they're gonna do that with the kid actor too. I've like heard rumors of that as well for the movies at least.
I haven't been keeping up with the rumors. I just watch the shows. I read the comics more than I watch the shows at this point.
Mm,
It used to be the same. Well, originally I watched the shows more than I read the comics. But
mhm.
yeah, the comics are the real source of
Yeah.
finding anything good of substance.
True. I like when comics, because I feel like the comics are a lot deeper than the actual film itself, because they have to hold
Yeah.
back in filming sometimes.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
I know for like certain like horror movie stance, and I know it kind of changes, but they're not allowed to do as many things as they can when they're writing books.
Sure. I say that's less applicable towards something like a comic book, though.
Yeah.
I can kind of see it with comics, at least towards like a budgetary thing. Like like
Mhm.
on like a paper, you can do anything. but,
No,
like,
there's no budget problems there anymore. You
That's
could have
fair.
said that in like 2004.
low-key, yeah.
Yeah, and as like the technology is going up in the film industry, it kind of makes a lot of things that happen in comics a lot more available.
If anything, at this point, the movies have a bloated budget. Flash spending $300 million
Oh
for
my
one of the
God.
worst things I've ever seen.
Oh,
That movie was
God.
so bad.
Don't get me
It
started
made me
on
so
that.
sad.
It was a disappointment. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
And just ethically wrong. They brought back two dead Supermen whose lives was ruined by the role.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
'Cause I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I was thinking about the $18 million budget for the new series that came out. Each episode. Oh, One Piece. Each
oh,
episode has an
Oh,
$18 million budget.
What?
Episode.
Dude, that's crazy. Now I feel like
Isn't
I'm
that-
obligated to watch it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it either.
I love it.
Either.
It's
Have
so
you seen
good.
the anime?
Kind of.
Mm.
I have
Right.
not at all, but I want to watch it. Does it like? Who's watched it? You've watched it most, like all of
The
them?
anime?
No, like all of the live action.
I've gotten halfway through it. My friend is making me wait and watch it with her.
I've heard that it's the best live action anime adaptation of something, but that's a very low
That's
bar.
like,
But
yeah.
it's because the author of One Piece was like, I'm gonna be in each recording, like each time y'all like direct it, I'm gonna be there to make sure
Hell
y'all keep
yeah.
it true to One Piece,
Hell
and
yeah.
that's why it's so.
That's good.
Yeah,
I wish they
That's
did
right.
that more.
yeah. Especially with like the Death Note library.
Oh
That
no!
was
Don't get me
insane.
started on
Yeah.
that.
It wasn't even.
I
the
couldn't even watch
same.
it because of the actor. I saw him. I was like,
It's incredibly funny how Netflix goes from horrible to good
No, real.
and just consistently cancels the good.
They're coming out with a My Hero Academia live action. I think.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
I will
so
not
bad.
be there.
like that's like a sour reaction I had.
I'm gonna have
that.
to look that up after. That sounds fantastic.
No,
like in the
it's-
worst
No.
ways.
It's-
in the
it's
worst
I don't
ways.
even know-
horrible. It's
how-
gonna ruin the entire thing. And
I mean, it's gonna ruin it.
You know Henry Danger?
Yeah,
He's playing Bakugo.
I mean, associating him with a role isn't necessarily like
No,
the
it's.
best way to judge them.
What do you mean
It's
by that?
true. Like how some people they'll get mad. You know the new Batman. Like, oh, we don't want Robert Pattinson because he was a vampire.
That's a fair point.
But he worked because he's like actually comically accurate to
I
like
love
young
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson's
he's, like, emo.
Batman.
I would kiss Robert Pattinson's
Who
Batman
wouldn't?
if I could. No, exactly.
But he's like emo, and that's like canon.
Yeah. There's actually a story
Oh.
that's on DC's Black Label, which is where they're allowed to talk about more mature subjects, that basically mimics Robert Pattinson's Batman because he's just chronically alone and depressed. He has a therapist,
Real?
which saves his life, both literally and by being a therapist.
I like how they're including like the depressed people into Marvel.
Marvel.
What?
Wait, where's that
This is
from?
DC.
Oh wow.
My bad.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
get her out.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we can't let JC cook anymore. Like it's not
That's
happening.
my bad. That's my bad, guys.
That implies she was ever cooking.
Oh, never mind. I can't do this anymore. All right, let's end this.
Okay.
Do you have
Um,
anything else?
Mainly just things with like gaming. We have the new Mortal Kombat that just came out.
I want to play it so bad.
I got to play it. I went home over the weekend, and my brother has it. It was actually pretty good. I liked it a lot.
I want to play the story. I heard, I saw his TikToks about Ching Sung and how he acts. He'd be walking around like this, and
He's fantastic. Yeah.
everyone, it's like everyone's favorite character. And I'm like, man, I want to play it so bad. Sounds so funny, and everyone's like making fun of him and how he acts.
Yeah, I've heard that the story's really good. I don't have any frame of reference for it myself. I've only heard it through word of mouth. I haven't even seen gameplay of it, but I have
Right.
heard that it's a very good story.
Yeah.
Aside from the actual mechanics of it all, which I've also heard are still very solid, if not great.
Mhm.
Honestly, this is the best story. So, Mortal Kombat, the series, starting in like 2011, they were taken over by this other company called NetherRealm. And a lot of their stories, in my opinion, have felt like fallen flat. They've been like
Mhm.
very convoluted, contradictory. Like the inside logic just doesn't work. But for this one, I thought this is the best story that they've had for Mortal Kombat because they actually focused on like the characters and their relationships with each other
Mhm.
until the end, where it just became like another multiverse story, which I thought was like a little boring.
Do you closely
Yeah.
follow Mortal Kombat?
Like ish. I like it a lot. I like the lore a lot, and I don't know. I like fighting games because they're easier than normal games.
You think fighting games are easier?
Well, like there's like less strategy involved.
That is a bold statement saying
At
about
least to
Well,
me. At least to me.
Sorry, but I would say yeah, it's second hardest, but on top you gotta like put Dark Souls games on
Oh
top.
yeah.
Like I'm playing Lies of P.
I mean, that's a
I
given.
can't.
Any Soulsborne game really has a level of difficulty that not many other things can match, except for
It's-
games that are meant to be annoying, like getting over it and stuff.
Yeah, but like I think I just suck.
Oh.
I've been watching people live stream it, and
You're like, oh.
they get to the boss battle I'm stuck on. I'm like, I look at their strategy. I'm like, damn, they get it done in 2 tries. I had like chances to summon like they're called specters and the Lies of P. I had like 20 chances and I lost all of them because I lost 20 times.
I think I'm just horrible
I
at
think
the
I'm
game.
just bad.
I'm also really bad at video games. It's okay. Like this whole time y'all been talking about these video games, I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
You're a Fortnite girl to the end.
I am. I got a victory royale on Fortnite last
Against
night.
bots.
Rare.
Against bot, you're next. I'll take you on in Fortnite.
Okay.
Easy win.
You saw my stats.
My stats are better. You didn't even see my.
You're
last
level
year.
4.
Never
Yeah,
played
because I haven't
Fortnite.
played in a
I
while.
barely play it.
I know.
You play on a Switch.
Okay,
Oof.
you can't hate the game. The game
I'm
system.
I'm saying nobody is good
you
on
bought
a
a
Switch.
broken PS5. Don't talk
I
to
didn't
me.
buy a broken PS5. It became broken.
And then you had to print out the receipt on using the school's
Yeah.
printer.
Yeah, I did because I don't have a printer.
Uh huh. All
This is
right.
crazy. This is
He's
crazy.
a hater that I'm just good at Fortnite, and he's not.
I could beat you right now.
All right, we're gonna play.
All right,
that
guys,
Next,
Fortnite.
Next podcast.
Next podcast
Well,
is just
I need to get
Fortnite.
Santi on Shoutcast and have y'all play against each other on Fortnite. I really do.
Oh my gosh, we can shoutcast our Fortnite streams.
That's just commentated. You're not shoutcasting if you're commentating
Okay,
over your
fine.
own gameplay.
Let's play, and they can shoutcast.
Fair enough.
Sound better?
But
I
anywho,
don't know what to talk about.
Alright.
Yeah.
but anywho,
Fortnite.
Spider-Man 2,
Oh yeah, that's the new game coming out as well.
October 20th.
Oof.
Incredibly excited. There's only one problem since I have to return my PS5 to Sony so they can fix it, and it takes forever for them to send it back. I have
No.
4 weeks for them to send it back on time.
Oh,
What if?
no.
What happens if they don't?
What happens if they don't? I
He's
don't.
bombing
I
the
don't
building.
Mm.
I'm not putting that on record. What I am saying is that I will be very upset that I could possibly have the game spoiled / look at gameplay that I haven't played myself.
How can you get
Exactly.
Spider-Man spoiled? Isn't it just like one consistent storyline?
Because it's in a completely original story.
Mhm.
And it's really good, and everybody posts about it. 'Cause
Let me guess. Is the uncle or aunt gonna die?
Oh, about that.
The aunt already died last
Yeah.
game.
The aunt died last game. That was a huge plot point.
It's just
Uncle's
playing
been
the
dead.
movie.
No,
JC, that hurts my feelings.
That's-
JC.
that
So-
underscores all the artistic direction of a game.
Well, when you get it, if you ever get it.
I will get it.
show me, I
I
guess.
pre-ordered
the
the
F.
collector's edition.
Oh,
That tweet, that's PlayStation UK set of 19 inches of Venom. I pre-ordered the Venom statue.
Need.
Bring it when you have it.
I love
I
that.
want to see
And also,
it.
speaking of video games, SAG-AFTRA approved a strike yesterday. Well, they're not going on strike, but a 98% vote for authorization of a strike in case they need to strike, because they have been negotiating with 10 publishers for months now and haven't gotten an adequate deal for performers.
Didn't the WGA just
The
What are they
Writers
talking about?
Guild is officially ending their strike soon because they finally got adequate demands from what they were going for. So, solidarity to them.
Yay.
Soon enough, I think, though, that if the performers go on strike for games, the writers are soon to follow.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's just naturally, if one is getting strike, then when you're performing a strike, it's best to be as broad as possible so that it has long-reaching effects.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what a strike is?
I know what a strike is.
Yeah, so,
The writers and performers trying to strike.
well, the writers haven't said anything yet, but the performers have approved
What do you mean by performers?
voice actors, dancers.
Oh.
Do they not get
singers.
paying enough like the
They're not
actors?
getting paid enough. There's questionable practices around AI, compensation for work hours. There's long work days, not enough pay, and that
Conditions.
sort of thing. Everything that any worker ever has dealt with when dealing with a corporation.
Wow.
Real.
That's scary. That's really scary because, like, I want to go into voice acting, maybe.
You're gonna have a horrible time.
I know, right? But thanks for the
Hey,
help.
I'm not trying
You're
to
not
be
getting paid.
pessimistic. I'm just saying that voice actors, well, any profession really, but voice actors are underratedly underpaid.
Yeah.
I wrote an article about it last year, and
Ooh.
I found out that a voice actor in the Jujutsu Kaisen movie got paid $150 for everything they did.
There's no way.
Yeah, $150.
Bro makes that amount at Texas Roadhouse for one night. That's crazy. For an entire movie?
Yeah, an entire movie.
Were they a
And he was-
background character that didn't do anything?
They weren't background. They were a side character, but it wasn't like. Do you think $150 is enough compensation for working
No.
on a movie of the
Well,
scale
it depends,
of
'cause
Jujutsu
they get-
Kaisen?
Because they get paid for how much they do in the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
So it just depends, like, how many lines they had.
What? Even then, leading actors aren't exactly having a great time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the dub actor for Mob in Mob Psycho got replaced because Funimation or Crunchyroll, one of the two, refused to sign his union contract because he's under a union.
Mm.
And so they replaced him because he wouldn't do the lines unless they agreed to a union contract.
That's scary. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll stick to PR. Do you have anything else?
That's pretty much all for me. I was just gonna talk about Taylor Swift kind of
The
stuff.
Taylor's. I think I like how they introduce, like, concerts at movie theaters for
Mhm.
people who cannot attend.
Mhm.
They hosted the TXT event, concert at the movie theaters. That was cool. They also do it for BTS and Taylor Swift. It's interesting.
I just think Taylor Swift is kind of. I'm kind of getting overstimulated with Taylor Swift at the moment.
She is dating that new football player.
She is.
What do you mean the new
And I
football?
think-
new football player.
He's been in the league for like 10 years.
I'm talking more like she has a new boyfriend.
Fair enough.
She has a new boyfriend and he's new.
Yeah.
But thought process, I would be so afraid if I was him.
Yeah.
Because if they break up, she's gonna have a whole album dedicated
Oh.
to that breakup. And that's what I
That's
kind of like dislike about Taylor Swift's like albums is that they're all about breakups.
Yeah.
No, I think she broke that stigma a while ago about
Honestly, yeah.
writing an entire album about one thing. It's more general now. It's just that her fan base is what will cause the negative consequences. Because when you're on their good side, they bring a lot, like 400% sales increase. I think I read for Chiefs merchandise since
Mhm.
Travis Kelce started dating Taylor Swift. And an inverse happens whenever something bad happens to Taylor Swift brought upon by someone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just getting. I feel like because she's on her Eras tour right now, and then she's also releasing
1989.
1989, and she just released Speak Now, not even like 2 or 3 months ago.
It was in July.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm just getting a little tailored out at the moment. I
She's
do like
doing
her
a lot.
music. I really do. But I'm just like, oh.
She's in her peak right now.
Mhm. Honestly.
I would say she peaked still a few years ago, but still good.
Yeah, but like
Uh,
right now it feels like everybody and
Popularity,
her
maybe,
brother.
yeah. I'd have to agree. She's everywhere.
Because when she like peaked when I was like 12.
I miss Taylor's country era.
With her fake
Exactly.
country accent.
Mhm.
Oh, it was too good.
Like the Red album.
That's one of my favorite albums. My favorite albums
Mhm.
of hers are, in this order, Folklore, Red, and Fearless.
What about Evermore?
I haven't gotten much into Evermore.
Mm,
I feel like it's very like Christian Girl Autumn in a way.
Christian. But I think that goes along with Folklore and Evermore though.
Yeah.
It's just those are my two favorite albums of hers. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
I find it also a little hypocritical that it's centered around nature and it's Taylor Swift.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
I can't say much.
Emissions.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
You're so different.
I'm so different.
I'm
So
just not gonna
quirky.
Comment. No comment.
Uh,
I don't listen either, but
Oh.
I did when I was little. I actually like Taylor Swift.
We can move on to something Ian might have some comments on: college life, considering you are
Yeah.
in college and you are alive.
What we wanted to talk about for this segment was like
Eh,
what is it like going from high school to college?
oof.
What was your experience?
Well, at first, very depressing
Oh,
because like I got out of high. Well, you're in high school and you're like, man, I wish it stops. I wish this would end. And then you get out and you're like, man, I got nothing to do. But then you get into college and then it's just like totally different. I mean, like everything from the people like just people in your classes and like how many people in general there are. Like I don't see. I mean, I know there's like a lot of people that went to my school that are going to this college. I have seen like 2 of them maybe.
no,
So-
real.
And I'm only friends. I only have like 2 friends I carried on from high school. And I had like 3 friend groups, and now they all just dispersed and they're doing their own thing now.
Yeah, no, I kind of experienced like similar things. However, my main friend group from high school, we were like friends for a really, really, really long time in high school, so we're still friends right now. But when I came to UT Tyler, I thought it was very interesting. That is for sure, because I would see some people from my high school,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't talk to them in high school. But when they came up to me, they'd be like, "OMG, hi JC." I'm like, I didn't even talk to you. Why are you talking to me
Like, bro, who are you?
like for
Exactly.
real?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's like that, or sometimes we just like awkwardly stare at each other,
Mhm.
and then we're like,
Good
"Yep."
The nod, the acknowledgement nod.
The acknowledgement nod, and I know this because he's in my intro to public speaking class. I'm not gonna name names, but he
Oh, name drop.
No.
right now.
Nope, I'm not gonna do that. For band, I was in band in 7th grade. We were like partners because he had to like group up with somebody. We were in a group. They all decided to disperse to do their own thing. So me and him just kind of stayed together, and we went on. We did everything, and it was Six Flags, not Hurricane Harbor. Six Flags, and yeah, it was
Good
very,
one.
it was very cool because like we became friends, and then like we stopped talking after that year. That was like again 7th grade. So, and then I saw him in college. I was like, and he was just like, that's
so
it.
awkward.
It's like we were like best friends for a day.
Oh.
Your former lover.
My
No,
former-
bro.
I miss you. I'm not.
Lovers drift apart.
Right person, wrong time.
No, for real. Honestly, I kind of have a different experience because a lot of people, I don't know like any of my friends that go to this college. I only have met 2 people from my high school. They both live on my floor actually. That went to my high school that like go here
But
too.
didn't you come from like West?
I did come from San Antonio. It is true.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. It is weird though because you do have to like start fresh, like completely fresh. Like all like the clout and stuff
Yeah,
you
and
had from high school. You've known these kids for like 8-10 years, and now you just like leave. Like, that's crazy to me.
and it sucks because like you in our semesters you don't have time to really meet people because as soon as you get comfortable with someone, the semester's over and you're in a new class.
Exactly.
And so like a bunch of my college experience has just been me being silent in classes until we have a group presentation or something and I get to talk to them, and then after the presentation we never talk again.
That just reminded
Depressing.
me.
Isn't
That's
it?
true though. Like that is so true. I literally just had that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we don't talk anymore, but we were like sharing like everything about ourselves
Oh yeah.
like 2 days ago.
I
So
think
sad.
I think it's a lot easier to get acquainted with people when you're forced to be in a group. I agree. A lot of the people I've met have been through groups, but I don't think it's as hard to keep up with them if there is effort.
Yeah. But the difference is like if you're giving the effort but they're not.
Yeah,
And it's
fair
really
enough. That goes
awkward.
for anything, I think. Sorry to cut you off. Would you?
No, it's okay because it's just awkward because you can't really talk to them like mid class because there's a lecture going on, so you can't just be like, "Hey, so do you come here often?" You can't hit them with that.
Are you trying to rizz them up or talk?
Hey.
You come here
yo.
often, see you every day in class.
Stop. Okay. It's just kind of hard to talk to people
Yeah, it is.
because they don't want to talk to you. They're kind of in their era of not like mysteriousness.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oop.
And
Well, not everyone can be as extroverted as you.
I'm not extroverted at all.
Well, stop talking like you have friends.
I'm not talking like I have friends. I'm just,
Wow.
I'm just okay with social interaction.
Okay, we really need a fight segment. We have fought twice.
Oh, yeah.
In the past, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that all?
No,
for
there was
college?
more. What did y'all expect? Like, because I know in high school, when I was in high school, all of my teachers were like, "Hey, college is going to be so much harder than this. Y'all need to prepare yourself."
That has happened for every level of schooling, though.
Mhm.
Elementary to
Mhm.
middle school to high school to college. It's all
But,
the same
like-
thing every time.
It was a lie.
In grade school, it was kind of true. Because, like, I remember being in, like, 8th grade, they'd be like, 9th grade is a lot harder than this. And it was, like, low-key.
No.
But when I came... Okay, for you, so
Well,
congrats.
well, actually, because since my freshman year
actually-
was the year that COVID happened, so we were there for like
Oh.
not
semester.
a semester, and then
was so awesome.
we all went home, and I was like, "Oh, it's the end of the world, guys. Nope. That's not good."
That's crazy. You were a freshman when COVID happened?
It was
I was a
pretty
junior.
scary.
I was a sophomore.
That's crazy.
Oh, you're so... I can't say anything. You're older than me.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But you are?
Yeah,
Yeah,
When's your birthday?
February 1st, 2004.
Oh.
and mine's June.
I got pulled back in first grade for disciplinary issues.
Wow.
Yes.
Great disciplinary. That's
We're gonna have to
great.
talk
She
about this
suggested,
sometime.
my teacher suggested to my mom that I get held back so I get taught a lesson.
Teacher's an op. What the hell?
Literally, though.
That's a crazy punishment.
beefing with a 6-year-old.
But I would have met, I would have met like half of my best friend and my girlfriend, of course. So, I guess
Yeah, but-
when
Blessing in
Everything happens
disguise.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Slay. I know for me when I was in high school, they always were like, "You better get this turned in. You better get this all turned in because they're not gonna accept this in college." They do. They're
So
fine
true.
with it usually. If I just like email them, and be like, "Hey, LOL, this happened," they're like, oh, "Okay, just get in tomorrow morning."
to a
There was
degree.
one time that I emailed a teacher and I was like, "Hey, I'm just not finished with this speech. Like, can I do it the next day instead?" And then she didn't answer until the next morning. And at this point, I just gave up. I was like, you know what? She'll probably let me go past it. Next morning comes, she did not. I had to present the speech, the like 5-minute speech, and I was like, "Hey, I actually don't have it written. Let me go out here real quick. I'll go last and write it." So I did, and it was the worst speech I've ever got given.
Did you cook?
No.
No,
Yeah.
there was no cooking.
I
in
had to
that.
talk about the metaverse.
Good luck, bro.
It's really
you
funny, actually.
can't just make that up especially because it was like an informative one. So I was like, dang, I was set up for failure.
Yeah.
The professor had it out for me.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's story time.
Oh my
Colorado
gosh. Story time.
says
Do I? Oh, okay. So about, let's say, I think I was like probably 15, 16 maybe. My family decided to take a trip to Colorado with some family friends. And one day we were like, we gotta go to like these like really big, like it was like the second biggest sand dunes in the world or something in Colorado. Weird for Colorado, right? So we're going. Well, no, it is because like it's Colorado. It's supposed to be cold. Anyways, well, I thought that I go there and it's like not
That-
cold. Don't laugh at me.
Sand does not mean that it's just hot.
Well, I know I was like under that impression. Okay, I live under a rock for
it's
a very long
supposed to
time.
be cold here for my research of 30 minutes. For my
my-
assumption that I
my
formed in
Google-
7th grade.
For my Google search, it's supposed to be cold here. What is going on? But anyways, we go to the sand dune and it's like, of course, hot. And me, my sister, my cousin, and one of the family friends' sons, we go and we're like, okay, we're gonna just go up this one sand dune, and they're watching us from like the base. Basically, it's really complicated how to explain it. But we get to like you know how like sand dunes are like go and then like you go dip down and then you go back up. You know, it's like a wave.
Yeah.
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 Are you sand dunes experts? Because I am.
I've been
By
to a
now.
sand dune, but the sand dune I went to was just like crazy steep.
Exactly. Sometimes there's steep, and then sometimes there's like holes.
What?
Sometimes nature happens.
It's
Sometimes geology.
No, it's crazy.
I know what you're talking about when you mean sand dunes, but I've been to a different type of sand dune.
I've never been to one.
The sand dune I went to was like straight shot down into the Great Michigan Lake, whatever. I don't know what it's called, Lake
The
Michigan.
Great Michigan Lake.
Bro,
It was
you-
Lake Michigan.
You can slide down there, right?
Yeah, it takes like 5 minutes to go down, but like 2 hours to climb up.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
Yeah.
fun. I do that. That's
What was-
good. I'm stupid. Anyways,
Yeah, continue,
so
sorry.
why the story was so like why it's so like important and I want to talk about it is we got lost.
Oh no.
What if you get lost in a sand dune?
After the first, okay, sorry.
Like there's a lack of trees in your mission.
After the first one, we look back and we can still see him. So we're like, guys, I think we can just go up the second one because it was again higher. So like you could still see. That was what we thought. So we go up it and then we look back and we notice that like, oh, we can't see anything. So we're like, okay, I guess it's time to head back. So
Guys, I think we're
well,
lost.
I didn't say that. Me and my cousin, me and my cousin were like, we gotta keep going, cause like we wanted to get to like the highest peak, cause we were sure we can just like, oh, we just turn around. That's what we thought. Anyways, so my sister and the family friend, they decided that they were gonna go, so they left. Me and my cousin were making the. Can you
Quit.
stop that? Quit. I'm telling us
he
it's fine.
hit us with that go.
Bro. Okay. Let's just end this. Anyways, yeah, we got lost. Because we get to the highest, well, we thought the highest peak, and then we thought the next one's the highest, and then, because you never can tell. So, you can't, you never can tell. Ever. So,
You never can tell with them sand dunes, bro. You just don't know.
you never know, man. We get lost. That's it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then my Mimi, like,
It was
my
like
grandma,
7 days.
it was actually,
127 hours. Grandma has to cut
No
off her own
food.
arm.
No water.
no, she wasn't with us. No, why is this so funny,
I
though?
remember seeing the
is-
helicopter.
So, we, since I'm so smart and intelligent, so my first reaction
What
is,
are you
in those
laughing about?
movies,
He said, "I'm so into smart."
those movies where they like take off their shirt and they wrap it around their.
You were like,
What?
I did that because I
Yeah.
thought it was like actually they worked.
serious.
Yes, I did that. Sorry,
You're in Colorado, not the Middle East. Like, what?
it was hot.
It's like 90 degrees, maybe.
Okay,
I
so
thought Colorado was cold.
I thought that from my Google search. So
Bro,
and
I
that's
thought he
about
was
it.
saying,
Pulled up
like,
the
an
weather app.
oasis. That's
Mhm.
crazy. I thought he
And
was
then-
even saying like an oasis. Like
I remember like
Crazy.
freaking myself out because I thought there were like I don't know what it was like divots, like it looked like tracks in the sand. I was like, I think there's something out here.
Fellas, there are animals in the wild.
No, it's a sand dune. No, they're like round. It's like round tracks though.
Bro,
like, it's
having
like
a movie moment.
Round
So
tracks
good.
and it's like spread out. I'm like,
You were
I
like,
tell my cousin
guys,
like,
I think there's something out here.
guys, I think there's something out here.
He's like, guys, who made those tracks?
That's funny.
We were walking, so why we didn't like go immediately like right like behind us? We just started walking like to the left for some reason. We're like, oh, we'll just go down this side because like it's not as steep, and that's how we ended up getting lost. We went the wrong direction, but then we ended up just finding our way back somehow. We were gone for like I don't know 4 hours.
I assume you found your way back, seeing as you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
On my way
Well,
back.
we did find our way back. eventually.
Yeah, we got that idea.
She was, but
So you were gone
They
for
were, like, really
4
dramatic.
hours?
yeah, they were dramatic about it. Like we almost called the cop, not the cops, but the park ranger to like come find you like with a helicopter. I was like, bro, what? It's only 4 hours.
I want to know how you get lost so like fast, because I feel like the sand dunes.
Well,
It's
no.
not hard to like see somebody.
No, because like again, it's like waves. So like you go and then you're going into like the divot, like the canyon, and then you go back up into the next one.
And then your family's gone. You just don't know where they went.
No, 'cause, like, it
Boom.
is like that.
Grandma's gone.
It is like that. It is like that. Trust me. Y'all don't understand my pain and the agony I went
Where's
through.
the trust?
Bro lost
I had-
friends in that
I
sand dune.
I,
He lost himself.
I had hair. I had sand in my hair for days.
Just take a shower.
That's what I did. It didn't come out.
Oh
So
my
Anakin
gosh.
Skywalker core.
I know. That's what I hate sand now.
Yeah.
What would have been useful there is a golf cart.
Ooh, that was a good transition. I like that. So basically, my story is how I got ran over by a golf cart. Basically, so I was like 6 years old. I was at my
Ooh.
grandmother's house, and
You ran over at 6 years old.
and it was
Like, watch your kids.
it was it was me, my brother, and then my two cousins. My brother's Jaden. My cousins are Presley, Riley, and I was 6 at the time. My brother and Riley, they were like 7, 8, and my other cousin Presley, she was like 10, 12-ish around that time. She was the only one that was allowed to drive the golf cart with my grandmother because she was the oldest. And we would play this game where she would like pick us up and drop us off at different points in the yard. We called it like bus. We'd like go to school or whatever. It was so cute. But I was on the back of the golf cart, and I got the idea to jump off to be like a dramatic moment, like, oh my god, I fell off the bus. Like, you guys need to come help me. But
It turned traumatic real fast.
yeah, my cousin didn't like realize I was gone, and she put the thing in reverse. She didn't realize she did it, but she put the car in like the car in like reverse, and started reversing as I was on the ground. And I just looked up and I saw like the underside of the thing, and I was like, oh wow,
Oh, wow.
okay.
How do you accidentally put it into reverse?
I don't know.
That's like a whole like.
Hold up. Let it reverse Terry.
And I just all I remember just feeling like a million pounds just all over my back. She didn't go like fully over me. She just went like halfway. Like if this is my back, she went like halfway over.
Mm.
And I didn't hear this, but apparently my cousins were watching, and they said that Presley, like while she was driving, she was like, something stuck. I don't know what's behind me. And I was like, bro, like it's our cousin, like it's a child. And like
Speed bump.
She scored points for real.
and like she stopped, and she like. And I was like on the ground, and she grabbed me by the arm and lifted me up to my feet. And she was like, he's fine, like he's okay.
And you're like, I'm not fine.
And they were like, okay, like we're not gonna tell Nana, like I was like grandma. They're like, we're not gonna tell her. But
Yeah.
she was in the window watching the entire time. She's like, what? She's like, what's going on down there? And like I was fine. Like I did not go to the hospital. Did not break any bones. All I got was just like some blueberries, like for sustenance, and I was fine.
Some blueberries.
Yeah.
I healed you up real quick.
That's
I just
that's
had a bunch
Southern
of,
mentality.
Legit. I just had a bunch of tire marks
Some
on my back.
blueberries and some sweet tea.
And at the time, we were at my grandmother's house for the summer, but my parents were both, I think, either my mom, my brother, no, it was my mom and dad. They were like deployed, like overseas or something. And they just got a call. They were like, yeah, low key, like your 6-year-old got ran over today.
Low key, man.
I don't think they phrased it. Yeah, low key.
Low,
Like, LOL, this kind of happened.
low key, your kid almost died.
It was like a
but
thing. But yeah, that was how I got ran over. It was really funny. It's my favorite story to tell. It's the only interesting thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Ooh.
Something that's not very interesting. Roadhouse.
Ooh.
Says here.
Ooh, okay, so this is actually going to be a fight between me and Santiago right now. Because he loves hating. Anyways, my story is about this time, and it goes, when this crazy event happened that I'm about to explain to you.
It's crazy. Man.
Okay, so we had just gotten this order done for these two people, and they came in. We gave them their order, right? And the lady, she drops the entire bag on the floor, right? There's some contents that fall, and we replaced the items, right? We're replacing it. And so we give it back to her, and the guy's going to pay out, and then she goes, "You gonna let this slide?" And he looks back at the items, and it's like a perfectly placed bag. We redid everything that was like that fell and everything. So fine food, like it's all good. And so she looks at her husband, and her husband looks at her, and he goes, "We want it for free." And we're like, "No." And he goes, "No." And then he just takes the bags, throws them on the ground, and then he walks out with his wife. So not only did they not get their food that we remade for him, like it was just so rude. And that's what I don't like about the customer experience that we have as workers. Have any of y'all ever been servers?
Yeah,
I've worked in food service. I was just like a cashier or whatever.
I'm currently in food service.
Where do you work?
Really?
I'm never doing it again.
I'm just, I'm not a server. It's this small chicken place. I just make the food and I take the orders.
Slim Chicken,
No,
Small chicken.
Chicken Express.
It's like this small chicken place, like I don't know, like KFC.
Yeah.
Like y'all wouldn't have heard of it.
You're just
No,
not
no.
gonna tell us.
If I ever find out you work at KFC.
it's not corporate. It's this Texas famous fried chicken. That's what it's called.
Oh.
Oh, I
It's
think.
Cane's.
Is it like? Never mind. Don't
What?
listen to me.
All right,
I,
perfect.
I was about to ask where it was, but then I was gonna like sound stupid. Somewhere on the loop.
But it was what? Oh, but it was the whole fact that like literally she goes, "You gonna do something about this?" And then he just looked really confused because he was like, "The food's fine," but he just wanted to please his girl. So he just looks at us and he goes, I want this refunded. Like,
He was just like trying to like big man.
yeah, it
I want
felt
this
exactly like that.
refunded.
And like me and my manager just sat there like,
I started laughing in his face.
yeah. And my manager actually ended up crying because of it because they were just so rude, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I like telling
Crazy.
the
It was
story.
kind of funny though.
I like that you frame this as a crazy story, but it's just an average customer service experience.
Exactly.
Not even that was a crazy that has never happened to me.
That
in
is
food service.
so crazy, JC. You have
You
no
make
idea.
me want to not be here.
This is up there with getting lost in a sand dune and getting ran over at the age of 6.
Well, do you have any interesting stories about your life?
No, but I didn't frame it as
Exactly.
interesting, now did I?
Did I frame mine as interesting?
You said it was a crazy story, a
Maybe
crazy
I'm just
event.
I'm using tasty words.
Tasty words.
Yeah,
Like,
you wouldn't know what that means because you don't work as a server.
what does that even mean?
Bro, the next time we do story time, I need to hear the story about how y'all like met and became friends. Like I need
It's
to
not
learn.
interesting.
She walked up to me at TJC because she was checking in a camera for somebody else or something along those lines.
No, I wasn't. Do you
I don't know.
remember?
Yeah, it was. I walked into the office. Then you two were there with Lee.
You two. What do you mean?
You and Shelby were there with Lee checking out a camera.
You were not. You didn't walk in. You were there. Oh, you did walk in. I don't know. Okay, it was
Yeah.
at TJC, and my friend needed to check out a camera for a class, and so she needed someone to help film because I knew how to film at the time. So I helped her check out a camera.
Yeah, and I walked in
Yeah,
for
sorry.
about
That's right.
5 minutes, and then I was like, "Who are these two?" And then they just introduced themselves,
And
and
then
I
you were-
introduced myself likewise, and then that's how I met JC.
And then he came here, and then I was like, "Hi, Santiago,"
Yeah,
and then he was like,
basically
"Hi."
it.
Yeah.
Hey, Santiago, want to be in a podcast?
No, real. That's kind of how it started, and then I just
Yeah.
kind of like forced my way into talking with you and Lee.
That's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
And now, sometimes I wish I hadn't.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, he was literally chasing me around the talent room today. And I was so upset.
Were you like afraid?
I was in fear
Yeah.
because I just got done with my 30-minute presentation. I was already high anxiety.
You look.
And then this guy
jubilant.
is chasing after me. My adrenaline was high.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Do you have anything to add?
No, that like I said, I live a mundane life.
You do, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
poor. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think this is a good wrap-up point for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Real.
real.
Real, do you have anything to say at the end?
Do you want me to do the outro like I
You
did
can-
the
you can hit
intro?
it with that Minecraft outro. Where it's like, and it's like that
Oh.
crazy music.
No, we're not getting outro music. We're not having a theme song.
That's a
No,
hater
we
move.
need a theme song.
All right, why don't you mix, master, and produce a theme song? We'll think about it.
Use the sound on the board. That's our.
Yeah, hit us with the sound on the board.
No, I don't want to edit it out.
Who says you have to edit it out?
Exactly.
It's
Oh.
already all the way down.
Dang.
Aw, damn.
All right, well. Bye.
Anywho, this has been the first episode of The Fellowship. Thank you, friends and enemies of the show, for tuning in. Join us in how long?
It's gonna